Don't throw away Edo State because some certain persons want you to hate Obaseki. If you want to hate Obaseki, hate him because he offended you. Hate him because he offended you. Don't hate him because Mr. A said he's bad and you want to see him as bad. Now Governor Otom has indirectly vindicated the governor of Edo State.
Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwinokodi, they talk about Benue State Governor wey no fit pay salary. He also talk about the 2023 election wey wan happen for Nigeria next year. Make I leave you, make you hear from Comrade Stanley Osaze. Enjoy the video.
You have an option to choose between light and darkness. You have the likes of Peter Obi coming to run in an elections. Majority of persons are saying that they are obedient. Some will tell you that we will not cast our vote for Peter Obi because it just look like a waste of vote. He may not win. Waste the vote is better. A great good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. I remain my humble self, your number right activist, Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwinokodi, the Coordinator General of the Diaspora Connect Worldwide, the CEO Standard Sadi Enterprise, in fact, the CEO of Woman Edo State. I want to say a very big thank you to all and sundry, most of those that have been following me here on the media space, and including those that actually wish me and other people within them well. I say, may God continue to replenish you with whatever endeavor you engage yourself into. Actually, today, already set for work. In fact, I'm not going to anything relating to Bush today. So I just want to check the status of all our COFO application, then reach out to our clients in respect to what is expected of them all to bring if there are requirements that is needed by the Edo G's. But something caught my attention. I think it is proper for me to discuss it. And one of the person who made this video to exist today is not that person that is okay. You know, someone is watching me. I actually shared a post yesterday made by Governor Otom when he said that he can no longer pay salaries. And he was citing reasons why he can no longer pay salaries, claiming that you cannot borrow money without the approval of the federal government. There is only the federal government that has the right to borrow money, and as such, the federal government is even borrowing to pay. That the federal government lacks the competencies and ability to even pay without borrowing money. Not to talk of states that requires the approval of DMO, which is the Debt Management Office, before they can actually get money to borrow. So he was outlining this because of the fact that the workers in his territory has been complaining that Governor Otom have not been able to satisfy their interest, and they are working on a monthly basis without receiving their salary. I know that the Governor Otom who has not paid the salary of this person, forget about the party that we are PDP together, we must be very factual in whatever we do. Governor Otom who has not paid the salary of these workers is receiving his own salary as at when due. If as a governor, you are receiving your salary and you are getting the one you are keeping, because you cannot tell me that you are not getting the one you are keeping, why don't you at least use your security votes to salvage the plight of the workers in that state? Governor Otom refuses to pay them salary, not because he doesn't want to pay, but the state lacks the ability to pay. And for the fact that Governor Otom does not have the capacity whatsoever to generate alternative revenue, apart from relying solely on the federal government, they are not finding themselves in such precarious and excruciating situation. But in the case of Edo State, why Governor Otom complaining just some few days back, Nasiru El-Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, sacked thousands of workers in the teaching sector. As we speak, there is a shutdown between the government of Kaduna State. There is a big showdown between the government of Kaduna State and the NUT. Now, let's liken it to what is happening today in Edo State, where all these governors are dodging responsibilities. The government of Edo State, His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki, in spite of the excruciating economic situation, he is paying workers as at when due, at least on the 26th of every month, on the 25th, 26th. In fact, it's 25th because you wake up to see your alert on the 26th in the morning. The government of Obaseki pays salaries as at when due. While other governors are crying, the government of Edo State is increasing minimum wage of workers. You will not know what you have until you lost it. Otom have a state, others have a state. They solely depend on the federal government for revenue. But here, an alternative revenue was created to the extent that for transparency purpose, the governor of Edo State came out publicly to say that the IGRO of Edo State has hit 3 billion per month. And for the fact that the IGRO has been increased, an average worker in Edo State must benefit from the increment of the IGRO. That was what led to the increment in the minimum wage in Edo State. As we speak today, Edo State have a more higher minimum wage than the federal government, who gets 52% of the entire national revenue. Not only that, Obaseki is paying salary as at when due. Not only that, Obaseki is engaging himself in employment generation, which we can name over 20 persons that I know, and I know you know some, that have gotten employment under this watch. Not just an employment, but a pensionable job under the state government. Obaseki again is carrying out projects on a daily basis, whereas state governments across the country, because of economic recession, have not been able to pay salary, not to talk of embarking on fiscal projects. In Nigeria today, we budget more on recurrent expenditure than capital expenditure. That is why it will be difficult for you to see physical development in all tributaries of the state. This is no time for us to play politics. This is time for us to get it right. We are going towards a new federal election, whether we like it or not. Even if we all agree that Jonathan, under the tutelage of the PDP, failed Nigerians. But today, people are eulogizing Jonathan because Buhari was a monumental failure. Buhari placed Nigeria on a reverse gear and returned us back to the Stone Age. And we are getting close to a new federal election. You have different gladiators coming out. And as of today, you have an option to choose between light and darkness. You have the likes of Peter Obi coming to run in an elections. Majority of persons are saying that they are obedient. Some will tell you that we will not cast our vote for Peter Obi because it just looks like a waste of vote. He may not win. Waste the vote is better. That at the end of the day, Osakwenokwodi can only be blamed for Buhari's second term. But I cannot be blamed for bringing Buhari in the first place. Those who brought President Muhammadu Buhari in the first term should be blamed in totality, although I will share in the blame because I actually voted for President Muhammadu Buhari in his second term, which ought not to be done. Even when it shows glaring evidence that he is incompetent in our area. And today we have an opportunity. One beautiful thing that we are having today in this country is that people have gone beyond political party. They are now engaging themselves in a movement. Somebody asked me today, why have you not joined Obedient? And I asked him, where is your party card? He said, I have no party card. I do not belong to any political party, but I'm in the Peter Obi political movement. So we should understand there is a big difference between a political party and a political movement. The statement of that guy went directly to affect me in my electrocardiogram. It touches me critically, and I have a rethink. I think a responsibility is in the hands of the whole of us, regardless of your political affiliation or your benefit in respect to stomach infrastructure. Stand to do the right thing. I'm a bona fide member of the People Democratic Party. But believe you me, I'm not comfortable with the fact that those who are fighting to represent or to act as a candidate in the elections are not doing that because they want the talakawas, the downtrodden, the ragtag, and the woman or man from Igwes of our own community to benefit. They are doing that because they want their structure to be represented so that they will decide what happens in government in their rooms. When you get to the market, nobody tells you, oh, Usakwenokwodi, you are a member of PDP. This Maggi will be sold to you at the cost of 10 naira. Ah, Mr. Olubumi Ayan 2G, you are a member of APC. For the fact that the government destroyed Nigeria, we are going to sell the Maggi for you at the cost of 17 naira. No, the Maggi is sold on an even price. So, what pays the next man is paying you. Now, politicians will come through the back door to give you money. Please, vote for me. Take the money. Then, you collect. You go and buy a GLK Benz. The road leading to your house is not tarred. The roads in your territory are hazard in nature. You collect this 200,000 or this 5 million or 10 million as the case may be. Now, you get yourself a GAK. You feed your house with foodstuff at an exorbitant price. That same GAK, the road destroys it. You go back to pay the money to mechanics. Mechanic in turn pay revenue to the government. Government takes the money back. But to you, a huge 10 million was given to you. Hello? I do. Alpha. He did with he go give you. He did with Kasham. Yes. Me they come office now, safe. All right. Not sorry for that. It's just my official call. My staff just called me and they needed something, so I have to. Ordinarily, I'm not supposed to pick up. So sorry for that. So at the end of the day, you will be surprised that they gave you money through the front door. No matter how big it is, the environment will take it through the back door. We have much to say, but certainly not now. But let me quickly advise Peter Obi. Osakwenokwodi has much to give to Obi. Too many to give to Obi. But I want to give him just one. Now, Peter Obi must make use of radio and social media. Forget the fact that they are saying it's not it's already existing on social media. I do not think that it is a llama that are on social media. It is human being who votes in Nigeria. A client of mine that I'm doing a C of O for, he brother came this morning. He was passing my house. I saw him and I remember. I said, "Oh, please, my brother. I beg, hold on. Help me call your brother now. Tell us your offer letter already." As I just see you, so now I remember. I said, "Okay, hold on." I now checked my phone. I just placed a call on him. Brother said, "Hey, I beg your offer already. Oh, it's okay." I said, "Your brother every day with me here now." He said, "Oh, please give him phone." Now give him phone. I think say one day brother say, "See how you go to pay the offer." See. He said, "Make sure we are voting Obi." That was his discussion with his brother. And I told him, "I thought you want to discuss with the brother in respect to that issue." He said he has not gotten the opportunity to reach out to his in-law because it's his in-law. So now there's an opportunity. He has to make sure he tells him what to do in respect to ensuring that Nigeria becomes a better place. So Peter Obi, make use of radio. And while making use of radio, you must use 3 languages. Or 4, as the case may be. One of the first language will be Hausa language. Peter Obi, listen to me. And for those who can reach Obi, send this video to him. One of the language you must use in communicating, it mustn't be you. They must transcend your language from English to Hausa language. Spend money on media. Go to VOA in America. The average Hausa man picks his radio. Let them speak Hausa to them. Let them know that politicians are dividing Nigeria with tribes and interests. Tell them, sensitize them and let them know that the price of a goosey soup in the house of a poor man is the same price of a goosey soup in the house of a big man. Let them also know that when money is evenly distributed in the National Assembly or in the federal coffer, nobody remembers the average Hausa man. But when it comes to crisis and problem, they cause the average Hausa man to come out to say, it is our region. Why are they not calling them in respect to the benefit of resources? Peter Obi, you must use Hausa language. I want to state again, you must make sure that you send the right message through the Hausa language. Use the likes of VOA, Radio Nigeria. Those people, even average Fulani man with inside bush, get radio. He will hear the truth. Because they have not been told the truth. They are only telling them that an average Igbo man or a man from the south is their enemy. But they have never told them that that is not the way their life ought to be in a country where you have huge amount of resources. Today, there are individuals in Nigeria that is richer than a state. Secondly, use Yoruba language. The same radio, use Yoruba language. Yes, you have more supporters on social media, but you need to penetrate into core parts of various regions because we have multiple regions in Nigeria. Go to the core part, and social media may not get to the core part. Social media can only enlighten the enlightened, that will in turn enlighten the unenlightened. But with your radio, you can go beyond the urban area down to the core parts of the rural setting in a contemporary Nigeria formation. Then, Yoruba language, you must use it. There are Yoruba people Despite their level of education, there are still some that are not educated. You need to reach out to them. And they are enlightened when it comes to politics. They all have their PVC, like the northern people. Thank God today the church is rising. They don't want themselves to be shot in the church again. So clergymen are not telling their people to go and register. Let me tell you, the current outburst of voters card registration is not for PDP and APC. It's for the third force. It is for the third force. I have so many things to say, but politics is the more you look, the less you see. Osahunohodi is not the type of person that is always fast. When politics is coming, I climb the fence. People will not understand why I am on the fence. As I speak to you, I declared some few months back, I said, call me the political Mr. Fence. There is one problem we are having in the East, which is the divided house. And Peter Obi must concentrate on ensuring that unity exists before 2023. Unity exists before 2023. How are you going to achieve that? Peter Obi must as well use, because I've been to almost all parts of the East. When you get to the East, not the one with the form here. When you just see person go say, how far now, Stalin? What's the way now? How you side now? Man, oh boy, everywhere clear. No. For a year now, if you say, man, we are here now, we might do team away. Or if the person will reply you by saying, why you did talk like that now? He go hardly speak the same belief for you. Hello? Hello, boss. Everywhere good. Where you there? Okay, I did live program. I don't go fit declare one pass now, but I'll call you as I dey move. Yeah. Now, in the East, when you see their people, now, which simply means that they agreed to their own languages. He must as well use that Igbo language to reach out to an average Igbo man, not the likes of Ikwerimado and others who wants to continue to be rich at the detriment of the downtrodden. After they must have been able to search all nooks and crannies, they didn't see a single corrupt case against Peter Obi. They now said he went to go and invested $12 million in Samila company that produced Hero. That the investment has reduced to about $5 million, if I'm not mistaken. But they didn't say Obi ate it. They said he invested in industrialization. They failed to recognize the fact that the only made the Nigerian car that we have today in Inosun came as a result of Obi intervention and the huge amount of money Anambra State government pushed into Inosun Motors. Today, our road safeties are using Inosun Motors. It is now everywhere. Nigeria needs a production hub, not a consuming hub. Now, I will not say much yet, but you know what? When the time comes, when we must have declared, we can never act and lost. We will check properly and decide positively on a decision that will better the lives of the downtrodden in our contemporary urban society. And I want to say a very big thank you to all and sundry, my clients, my brothers, my friends, for one reason. First, you have made me to be politically independent. You have made me to be politically independent. You may not understand what you've done. You may not understand what you have done. Apart from telling you a big thank you. And on my part, I must make sure that Osakwinokwodim never disappoints all our esteemed clients and people who sees us as their younger brother, their elder brother, their uncle, and their son. We must continue to work in unison to better the lives of the ragtag. We must continue to work in love. Obi has no money to share. But what he has to share is a better Nigeria. Don't ask me where I am. Don't ask me where I belong. But you just follow the body language. Thank you very much, Osakwinokwodim. I want to say bye for now. I'm going to work and I'm going to reach out to you guys this evening. But get it clearly, we have more to say when the time comes. Please, I want to beg you, don't throw away Edo State because some certain persons want you to hate Obaseki. If you want to hate Obaseki, hate him because he offended you. Hate him because he offended you. Don't hate him because Mr. A said he's bad and you want to see him as bad. Now Governor Otom has indirectly vindicated the governor of Edo State. Salary being paid as at when due. Nobody can come out to say he's owing them. Construction work going on in the state in all ramification. Employment generation is moving on a daily basis. What else do we want? It is true that an economist is taking care of the state. Little wonder why the governor said that PDP took third in the Ekiti state elections. Go and watch the video. That the people no longer talk about PDP or APC. Even in your house, there is this obedient. Learn to be obedient. Osakwinokwodim and crew. Bye for now.
Now we don't hear from Comrade Stanley Osakwinokwodim. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.